Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for the 18th through the 24th of September 2022. Hope you guys had a great week. I am going to take just a quick second, like I normally do, to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. Also keep in mind that the energies can reverse or flip-flop, and that's not at all unusual. I am giving away a free tarot reading, personalized tarot reading at the end of the month. So if you are interested in that, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit the like button and also drop a comment on this video, and I will put you into that drawing. The more times you enter, the more chances you have to win. All right, so guys, let's get started. Spirit, can I have the energy of Aries? All right, Aries, you are starting out with the sun. Now that is a really nice way for you to start out. The sun is known as the happiest card in the deck. It also brings clarity. So we also have the Three of Swords, a little bit of opposite energy there. And coming out together is the Queen of Wands in the reverse, along with the Four of Pentacles. All right, so Aries, there is something here that has been a little bit painful for you. I do feel like you are getting clarity in that. And I am also feeling like, for some of you, this could be third party, but it's not for everybody. I'm not feeling it very strong. So I don't feel that that is for everyone. But there's definitely something that has been very painful. You do have clarity about it, but I'm also seeing that because you're holding on to this situation, it's dampening your enthusiasm with regard to how you're viewing life, perhaps life in general, but for sure this situation. There's something that you're holding on to. I feel like you want to move towards your happiness, but you're holding on to something that's very painful. But there's a desire to move forward. It's just that first, because you're still holding on to this, you're not really able to take the action that you need to. So it's almost like you're in a transition period here. Let's see who might be in your energy. Show me who's in Aries. Thank you. All right, we have the Page of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and coming out together is the Seven of Cups in reverse, along with the Seven of Swords in reverse. Ouch. Okay. So the person that's in your energy, I do feel that they want to come forward and talk to you. There could have been some conversation already, but I don't think it has been for everyone. They would like to talk to you. This person may have been kind of burying themselves in work. I can see too that there's something here that may have come out. It could have been something that was hidden. It had to do with something that was deceptive, some kind of a deception. Now, I don't know if it was for this person. It feels like it was something that was on their side that came out. It could have been about options. If they had other options and they were being secretive about that, that came out. That's the painful situation for some of you. And that's what you're holding on to. They no longer have those options if that's the situation. And I do feel that they would like to come forward and talk to you. So if you haven't heard from that person, you will. But it's going to be something very small. They're going to test the waters to see if you're open to talking to them. Now, for all of you, or for some of you, that's not the case. For some of you, there has been something that was deceptive or, but it wasn't third party. And whatever it is has come out in the open, and there's clarity on it at this time. Or they want to do that. They want to tell you, and they want to clear it up. They want to give the, it's basically a confession. They want to provide clarity and confess something. So let's see the energy between the two of you. You'll have to take it as it applies, because I'm seeing different for different people. All right, we have the Five of Wands in the reverse and the Two of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so there's a decision that's been made here to come out of conflict. That's why you're feeling a little bit happier. And if this hasn't happened, it will. It'll be prompted by communication that's going to come from this other person. So some of you, this like I said, this communication has already happened. For others, it will. But there will be a decision to come out of this conflict. Now, this conflict, Aries, is the type of conflict that fortunately is recoverable. It's the type of conflict that things can be learned from and you can move forward. I do feel you'll be happy about this. And I also feel like the communication is going to provide a lot of clarity for you. Let's see what's the energy affecting this connection. The Empress and the Three of Cups. So you've set back in this Empress energy, and that's what's causing them to want to come forward and to work on this. Something that happened was very painful. Something hurt you very, very deeply. And I feel like for some of you, this you asked for guidance. Somebody gave you guidance to sit back. Don't contact this person. Let them come to you, and you don't chase after them. I feel like someone gave you that guidance, and so you followed the guidance, and as a result, they are coming forward. They want a reconciliation. They want to work on a reconciliation. For some of you, there's a baby involved here. Yeah, for some of you, there might be a pregnancy involved. And that may be the secret that's coming out. Interesting. All right, let's see what your outcome is. Show me the outcome at the end of the week. You don't usually have a baby in the Three of Cups, but for this particular deck, there is. And the Empress a lot of times will depict, in the traditional decks, it will depict a pregnant, the Empress is generally pregnant. Now, she's not in this one, but we still have the baby there. All right, so in your outcome, we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So in the outcome at the end of the week, I do see that either you're going to get what you want, but it's going to turn out to be, it's not going to be everything you thought it was going to be. Or you're not going to get everything that you want. And we'll clarify that just to be sure. Okay, so let's see. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. Now, this is underlying energy, Aries, and it does tell me that there's a lot of sadness here. There's a lot of sadness. There's anxiety as well. I feel like something happened. Something really big happened here, and it was deeply painful for you. I feel like you not only are very hurt and very sad, but there's anxiety, like a very stressful energy. So, but I also feel like there's a very strong connection as well. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the sun here for Aries? Why is the sun here? All right, we have the Ace of Swords. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Two of Wands. All right, so I see that there's something here with communication again. And also I feel like you're desiring the truth. You want the truth about something, and that makes a lot of sense, especially with the deception that I'm seeing on this side. I do feel that you're seeing this as a loss. It is a loss. You're seeing it as a loss. It's in the underlying energy. It's here. And I feel as if something for some of you, this may have caused you to question yourself or question your self-esteem, at least at the time that it happened. But I feel like you are getting pretty clear on that, because the Empress knows their worth. So it did affect you, but I think you're recovering. And I also see that for some of you, there is travel that's involved. So you may live at a distance from this person, but there's a decision that is being made here. You're trying to make a decision about what direction do you go. And a lot of it's going to hinge on this conversation, on what happens when you have this communication with this person. Whether or not you're going to go back into a connection with them, or you're going to go in a different direction. But you want the truth so that you can, have the clarity. Why is the Three of Swords here? You're kind of at a crossroads here, Aries. All right, another travel card. Three of Wands and the Magician. You're waiting. You're waiting to see what's going to happen here. You're waiting to see what manifests. It's almost like you're leaving this up to Spirit. You're kind of saying, okay, so you're taking the advice and you're sitting back and you're saying, okay, if this is meant to be, it's going to happen. And I'm not going to chase anything down. I'm just going to sit back and wait and see what happens here. So it's like you've decided, instead of you running after anything, you're just going to leave it in Spirit's hands and see what does occur. Which I think is really good energy. And it's difficult to do that as well. I mean, that's, I get that. That's hard. All right, so Six of Coins, Two of Cups reversed, and the Hangman in reverse. So here's the breakup. Yeah, here's the breakup. You don't see eye to eye with this person about something. Like I said, for some of you, this person was giving their energy to more than one person. For others, they may have been breadcrumbing you, not taking action on something. And I feel like this may have gone on for a while. Whatever the situation was, it went on for a while. The separation may be for a while as well. I'm definitely seeing that, but you're looking at things differently now. So you've held on to this. You've not done anything. You've been kind of, reserved, holding back, waiting to see what manifests, not taking action. But at the same time, the longer this has gone on, the less you are looking at this person as desirable, because it's their behavior has just dampened your desire for this connection over time. So I do feel you are looking at having something that is a balanced connection, and this is not. And so you're looking at it differently now. You're wanting stability, balance and stability. You want somebody who gives as much as you do, and you're feeling that this person may not be capable of that. I do think you are still holding on to it, though. It's not completely over for you. And like I said, you're waiting to see what is going to occur here, but you're not going after anything. You're not chasing after it. But you are definitely looking at it differently now. Let's look at their energy. What is the Page of Wands here? Okay, so we have the Six of Cups and we have the Knight of Cups. So this person thinks about you a lot. They do a lot of daydreaming, looking at memories, thinking about the past. And I do think that they are coming forward. They're going to test the waters a little bit here with this Page of Wands. And then if they find that you're receptive, and I do think you will be, they're going to increase the communication. Because I do see them bringing forward this offer of love or emotions here. So I do think that they've been doing a lot of thinking, they've been doing a lot of daydreaming, and they are coming forward. Eight of Pentacles is clarified with the Five of Pentacles. Now that's the underlying energy as well, and Temperance in reverse. So they've been very sad. I do think that it has taken them a while because they've been looking at things that happened in the past. This person stays in their head a lot. And I do think that they are pretty unbalanced because of everything that has happened. There's a need for this person to heal. Some of them are receiving downloads or, messages from Spirit, but I feel like they're unable to hear it because they're so much in their head. I do feel like they are willing to work at healing the connection, though. And they do want a reconciliation. So, all right, we have the Four of Swords reversed. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Hierophant. Now, with regard to this information, that for the person, the people that they had options, and that information came out, I feel like this person is going to be a little bit defensive about that. They're going to be a bit defensive, and I do feel that they're going to come forward. They want to tell you that they are committed to you. If there were options, they no longer are exercising those options. They don't want to be with anyone else. So whatever was going on there is not taking place anymore. They have completely withdrawn from any other options. I also feel like for some of you guys, it wasn't so much options in love that this person was dealing with, but there could have been other, could have been friends or family members, but there were other people that were maybe talking smack or, interfering in some way. And I feel like this person didn't defend the relationship, and now they are. Now they're defending the relationship. They've realized that if they want a committed connection with you, they have to stand up for you, and they have to communicate their commitment to you to these other people. And so I do feel like they will stand up for you. But it took a hard lesson. It took you leaving them for them to realize and to get that lesson for some reason. They do want to work on the connection, though. For those of you that there's some kind of a secret that they want to confess, they are going to tell you whatever it is. I see that they withdrew from you, and I do feel that they're going to be a little defensive, but they're going to tell you whatever this was that they have been holding back. And I can tell you also they've been advised to do so. This person sought out either counseling, or they've talked to somebody, a spiritual leader, perhaps a minister or a spiritual leader of some kind, or just somebody that they highly respect. And that person has guided them to open up about whatever this is. I do think they'll be a little defensive because I think they're afraid of being judged here. So they are going to tell you, though. And they're also going to tell you that they are committed to this connection. So let's look at the energy between the two of you. I do see that energy is that there's a decision that was made after quite a bit of time to end this conflict. And that's positive. I think that's going to make you happy. And it's definitely going to give you clarity. All right, we have the Three of Cups reversed. We have the Death card in reverse. And we have the King of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, you were both holding on to each other, Aries. You both were unable to really let this connection go. You were very unhappy. Kind of at that crossroads of, you know, like I said, do you move forward? What direction do you go? Do you let this go? Or do you go back into connection with this person if they come back? You wanted to move forward. There's a desire here for you to move forward. And so this conversation is going to provide you the clarity you need. On their side, I can also see you were very unhappy about the conflict. So I can see why you want to end that conflict. On their side, they have felt this loss very keenly. It really has put them in their head quite a bit. This person has done a lot of thinking, and I feel like this person just daydreams about the past experiences with you, like the past the two of you had together. They may have experienced some kind of a financial loss as well, but they definitely were unable to let you go. And I feel like you have not fully let them go either. So let's see what is affecting this connection. Okay, we have the Empress in reverse, along with the Six of Swords reversed. And there's that Seven of Swords reversed. Now it's in their energy here. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, so a lot of repeat cards. You felt extremely disrespected by this person. Yeah, you definitely felt extremely disrespected, and you wanted to move forward, but I feel like you just weren't able to. It really, whatever this secret or this deceitful act, whatever this was, it's ground everything to a halt. It made everything grind to a halt, and there was no more growth in this connection. You felt so disrespected. For some of you, you feel that I don't know why I said that. You feel like this person tried to move forward with someone else. It's like they tried to like move forward with another family almost. And it was not successful, but it still made you feel terrible. And like I told you earlier, you kind of put yourself in this Empress mode and waited to see what would manifest. I don't think you went after anything. You just, if they weren't going to realize your value, you certainly were, is basically what happened. And that's exactly what you did. Now, on their side, I'm seeing that, again, I'm seeing this loss, and I'm seeing a loss of stability. With the Three of Cups, they definitely want to reconcile with you. And I do feel that they're deeply missing you. They feel like you are their person, and they realize that they have disrespected you. And they also know that they have not been able to move forward from you. And they do want to heal the connection. So now for those of you that have not gotten the information yet, they're going to reveal this, and it will affect the relationship or lack of relationship. You're not going to be happy with the news that you hear, but I do feel that you are grounded enough in your energy that you're not going to allow anyone else to shift you from that. Let's look at your outcome here, Aries. What is the Nine of Cups here for Aries? Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Five of Wands reversed, and we have the Eight of Wands reversed. So it's not going to turn out exactly the way that you were hoping, or the way they were hoping, actually. And here's why. There's so many problems still that, and this is at the end of the week, okay? Doesn't mean it won't. It's just that this is at the end of the week. And it could be that this is in progress, but there's just so many problems. There's so many problems here that need to be worked out, especially for those of you that this person confessed something to you. That has now opened up a whole other can of worms, and I think that those are problems that need to be, worked through. And so that's going to have an effect. But there's just a lot of problems, period. So it's not like the fairy tale of someone writing in and saying, oh, I missed you, I loved you, and all of the energy that was there before is magically back, and it's a happy ever after. There's problems that have to be worked out. Now, the good news is you still have this Five of Wands in the reverse, which is where you started here, okay, with the decision to end it. So it is going to end. There is not going to be conflict. And I can see that you just don't want conflict with this person. So you're looking at things differently. That's going to help you to end and maintain an ending to the conflict, which will help to resolve the problems. I think that you're going to kind of turn this person down a little bit. You're going to put a halt to some of their plans because they feel blocked. You're blocking them. And for some, like I said, there is a distance between you. And part of the problem is that they're unable to relocate at this particular time, and they're going to tell you that. So that's going to be problematic as well. But for most of you, it's the fact that this person's going to feel blocked. They've healed their energy. They want to heal the energy between the two of you. They want a reconciliation, and you're blocking that reconciliation. And it's because you want to resolve these problems. You've now come to the conclusion that you can have what you want, and you're gonna basically see if this person comes forward and gives you what you want. And I think they will. I do. Bottom of the deck is the Tower. Interesting. It is in reverse. And that means that there's going to be an attempt to rebuild this connection. So it looks like it's in progress, though. And I think you want to take things very slowly. And I think that's a good idea, Aries. All right, let's pull a couple of oracles if they come out. Yep, there came something. Oh, that's too many. All right, so on your side, we have, I know and trust the universe will only bring me loyal and loving relationships. That's really that Empress energy where you decided to trust the universe here. You also have my drive and ambition will allow me to achieve my goals. So I love that energy for you, Aries. On their side, we have, I am not my past. I am not my mistakes. I am not fearful. So they're kind of a little defensive there. And it says, my potential to succeed is limitless. So they're going to put the work into this. All right, I hope this is helpful, Aries. If you are interested in the drawing for the free personal tarot reading, be sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and also be sure to drop a comment. You have to do all three. And until I see you in about a week, namaste.